Hey everybody, it's Rachel from Garden for Cheap, and today is July 2nd, 2 days away from the 4th, 4 days away from the Bayou Bash in Louisiana. I can't wait. And I think it's time for a garden update. I've been meaning to do it, gotten sidetracked. Life happens. Sometimes it gets in the way and you forget to grab your camera and create content, so. But the heat's starting to take its toll on the garden, so I figured I'd get it right before it starts to, wither away and die so y'all guys can see it. So let's go check it out. Alright guys, look at that trellis. It looks good from here. If I get closer I can start seeing certain cantaloupe and watermelon plants suffering a little bit. I did give them some fish emulsions and Job's fertilizer yesterday because of all the rain we had. I mean, some days it rains every day, but then we come out with an intense sun. It has been in the 90s this past week or two. But it's just, this growing season's been weird. Well, let's go up here and take a closer look. I got a cantaloupe or two that's getting close. I've got one over here hidden. I've got these three here. And then I have this one way up here that I've been keeping an eye on because I don't want it to follow my head. But that plant, the stem that one's on is the one that was starting to look a little rough. So I've been keeping an eye on that. And all through here I have cucamelons, which taste really good, by the way. I love coming out here and snagging a few whenever I find them. Here are my sugar baby watermelons. I picked the biggest one off yesterday. That would be my second biggest. And I've got two others. In fact, I think it's on this side here. Yep, here it is. The little guy. But you can see some of the damage on the leaves from the heat and the rain and the bugs. But I love how that trellis is filled out. This in here is my ground cherry, and you can see it's producing pretty big ones. But the two of the storms we had have broken this thing in 3 places. But I put a piece of rebarb and another pipe through there and tied it up, and it's been about a week since the last break that we had. 2 weeks since the first break. It's got like 2-3 breaks in it, but it's not dying, so I've left it. There's the other ground cherry, and you can see how big these things have gotten. From what I understand, they get like 3 feet tall and 3 feet wide. This is my first year growing them, so I wanted to make sure I gave them plenty of room. That's why I didn't plant a lot of stuff around it. I've already harvested my itty-bitty garlic and onions, and I had them hanging up to dry, but I had to bring them in the house because of the rain. Of course, I got marigolds going all through the middle of this. This bed's 5 foot, and they usually only recommend, 4 foot wide to get where you can reach your vegetables. But I did it 5 feet wide and planted flowers in the center. Alright. And check out this. Yep. Bell peppers. Big bell peppers. Funny thing is, I don't grow bell peppers. I didn't buy bell pepper seeds. But I started this plant in the house in like February. Started them in the house, grew them under the light, and brought it out here. And I thought that one was an apple pepper, and it turned out to be a bell pepper. I mean, they're really mild. I've had one. It's not bad. I just really don't care for bell peppers, so I don't grow them. But there we go. I've got a bell pepper. On the other side, I have 3 banana peppers plants, and you can see they are just loaded. They are loving this weather. I don't know what I do. Whatever I do it right with the banana peppers, apparently. I got to get all those off. Maybe I'll take them to Louisiana with me. But I do love that trellis. Alright, this is one of the new boxes I've built. I've got a regular tomato plant in it, a black cherry tomato plant, and a beefsteak tomato plant. And that one I bought. Other than my strawberry plants, that is the only plant I bought in this garden. The rest I've grown from seed. But since my tomatoes have suffered so much, I went ahead and bought one. And then this one was a spare that I had sitting on the table, and I planted it, and it's really grown. And then I had grown those black cherry tomatoes. And I had 3 others, but they didn't make it because of all the rain, and then all the heat, and then all the rain. It keeps going back and forth. I have 2 cinnamon basils that I got from Horticulture Geek. And I did have 4 of those, but 2 of them have died because of the heat. As you can see on my tier step, my potatoes look sickly. That one, and that middle one I'm fixing to harvest real soon. I've been trying to let them dry out to harvest them, but it keeps raining on me. That middle one was an experiment that I never did heal up the bucket. It was like a store-bought potatoes. And I was going to see if they produced anything. But I still need to fill it up with dirt, and I'm not sure if... It was done really late, so I'm not sure if it's, going to do anything. That very back one, when I went to Florida in April, ended up with caterpillars, and it ate it up, the whole leaves off. The only thing it left was the stems. Had my roommate move it away, and about a week or so later, the leaves started growing back. So I put it back on the steps, and so I won't harvest that one just yet. I'll let it go a little longer, because it looks a lot better than the rest of them, so they're definitely ready to go. Whether it's blight or they're just done, they're ready to go. I need to do that. Back here is the wheelbarrow. If you guys saw the video, how I made this wheelbarrow, I'm starting to get more flowers. And I do have some strawberries in here. I've already eaten a couple off of it. Most of these were June bearing, but there was one in the middle that was ever bearing. So hopefully I'm getting more. And my pretty little marigolds. I love marigolds. I can plant those really well for some reason. Flowers are so much harder to grow than vegetables for some reason. My catch-all table. But you see I have a strawberry plant. I didn't have enough room in the wheelbarrow, so I just put it in that. I want to come up with other ideas for my... Alright, we're going to try this again because my camera overheated and started getting a little jumpy. So we're just going to have to edit it a little bit and re-record. But you see this right here? That was a spinach. It's bolted on to seed, but that was fine because the bugs had just devastated it. But I left it kind of like to sacrifice it, hoping they would stay there. And for the most part, they pretty much did. I can't complain. Now, there was a zucchini plant that died. And I had one there and one in the other bed that died. I did get some zucchini, made some zucchini relish. But I'm going to plant some more. But with all the rain, yeah, it happens. This one here is an apple pepper. That's what I thought that bell pepper was. And this one here is an apple pepper. And if you can see, I don't know if I can get to it really well or not. I have 2 on there. They're supposed to be the sweetest peppers. So we'll find out. It's supposed to taste like candy almost. So sweet. But we'll find out. This here is a basil plant. I can't remember which type. I've grew 3 or 4 different types this year. But I can smell it and definitely tell it's a basil. And it's going to seed. I always let my basils go to seed because I don't care where they grow. If they're in the way, I'll transplant them. You can see the back side of the cantaloupe plants. I still love the way that trellis filled out. I have 1 tomato plant that's not doing too bad. I don't know what kind, because I did plant, I think it was Black Beauties or something, but I'm not sure if that was one of them. But I've lost so many tomatoes, it's been hard to keep up. Even my cherry tomatoes, which normally make it, which you see haven't. I did get I got like a gallon full of cherry tomatoes before it really started going south. But check it out, I still got flowers, go figure. So that's why I haven't really touched. Now some of these I really need to get out of here, like that one. It's completely dead, it ain't coming back. I just haven't yet. This in here, I thought was a cucumber. But when I was watering last night, I saw that and I'm like, that looks like a cantaloupe. So. And check out this one. This one needs to come off. It's ready. These are the pickling kind. And as I was looking through here watering last night, I saw this boy that was hidden. And can you see how yellow that is? Yeah, that one's bad. Well, not bad, just bitter. You can't really eat them. It's kind of like, you know, okra or zucchini. When it gets too big, it just gets too tough. Well, when they're yellow, they start getting bitter. But I've gotten so many cucumbers off that plant that I'm not going to complain. I don't know how many jars of pickles I've made and relish I've made. So that one plant was enough for my one little family, because we just don't eat that much. And until I get a canner so I can preserve it for the winter, I don't need that much. It'd be a waste. And yeah, other than the spiral garden, which I'll take you over there, and what I have on the porch, that's it for the garden. Well, let me go over here and get this side. Oh, that's my little fire pit. It looks, it's not pretty. But, you know, that was my first time ever doing anything like that. So, yeah, it was free too. So, but check out that new bed. As soon as I get it filled with soil completely, then I'll start planting it. I'm going to try to have it done by the end of August. That way I can do winter crops, you know, like my black-eyed peas and beets and lettuce and stuff. But it's the only bed that I don't have filled. The very back bed, it doesn't have anything growing in it. I'm fixing to plant some okra. Because okra grows so fast, and this is Texas, we have such a long growing season, I should be good. But isn't it beautiful? It'll be even more beautiful once I get a soil in it and things planted. Right now it's just like a catch-all. Any soil that I had in pots or any dead plants that I pull off, I throw in there. Compost, basically. Even though I have a kind of a wannabe compost pile in the very back. You see my dog. She's always looking for squirrels. Well, let's go over here and check out the spiral. Maybe I can get it done before the camera gets too hot. It doesn't take long to get hot in July in Texas. So you either do everything really early or really late. I haven't got my flowers down here yet, but I'm going to. I got them sitting on the desk or the table. Excuse me. I have my sage there. I got 2 sage there. A couple basil. Those are regular basils. Some more sage right there. And that was purple basil and some other type of basil. And there is a sage plant in there somewhere too. Yeah, those 2 right there. And this is a volunteer flower from last year, which I'm so happy about. And my dog drinking out of the fish pond. My little bitty lavender that came back from last year. And my oregano. And I really still need to clean that out. I want to dig it out and make it deeper. But I haven't got around to that yet. But I love my spiral. But I'll have to get those plants going around the base of it. And get that fountain going. And it'll be beautiful. I love that. Let's go check and see what I have on the patio. Alright, up here is chocolate mint. And yes, I pull pieces off and eat them every day. I love this plant, but you always want to put it in a container. Something you want to keep it contained, because chocolate mint, anything in the mint family will grow like crazy. It's very invasive. It'll take over. Over here is my collis that I've planted from seed. These are daisies. And that over there is Gazanes. Can't pronounce it. And that is what's going to go around the bottom of the spiral. And maybe whatever flower I can find on sale. My citronella plant is kind of I really going to have to start watering more often, because with the heat, you just have to. And over here I have my elderberry, which I got from the shindig. I really need to put it in the ground somewhere, but I haven't done it yet. This here is just extras. That's a baby tomato plant. That's a baby watermelon plant. They've been there for like 2 months. They haven't died. They haven't grown because, you know, That's what happens when you keep plants in a container too small. Well, I hope you guys like that. It's been way overdue, and I apologize, but you can see the heat's really starting to take its toll in the rain. But it's been a crazy year for gardening, but I've enjoyed every minute of it. And gardener's famous last words: just wait till next year. Next season will be better. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. And y'all have a great 4th of July. If you're going to Louisiana, I'll see you there. God bless and peace.